What's up, world? Welcome back to Charge the Game podcast. I'll be your host here, Chuck, and in this moment, we're going to discuss Darvin Ham. And is Darvin Ham safe with LeBron James? I think a lot of us know the answer to this question because often no coach is safe with LeBron James, and that's the scrutiny that comes with LeBron James. I will say that's what comes with playing with a superstar, but most superstars in the league aren't as diva-ish as LeBron James, and somebody is going to get scapegoated, whether it's an NBA player, the coach. Everyone will be the blame except LeBron James. And my heart goes out to Darvin Ham because I could tell that, yeah, he's a head coach, but he seems to always have a worrisome look in his eyes, man. And I get it, coaching LeBron James is a job itself. You know what I'm saying? Because technically LeBron James is the coach of this team and Darvin Ham is the face of it. It's just like having a faceless business, right? Where you kind of use someone else to take the forefront to attract certain people, but you're the guy pulling the strings. And every time I look at Darvin Ham, man, I just feel like he's in over his head at times. And a lot of this stuff is going to be blamed on him. I saw a report where Anthony Davis is blaming him for certain things. And guess what's going to happen? LeBron James is going to sit back and allow all of this to happen, only to get another coach in a few years and get him fired as well. How can you tell a superstar, four-time NBA champion, with the MVPs he has, the cachet he has, the clutch sports agency that he has, how can you really control him? And the answer to that is you can't. Like, what do you do when a guy, one man worth $1 billion, literally runs the NBA? There's nothing you can do. So I'm going to get into this report and talk about Darvin Ham, and this is from heavy.com, where it goes on to say NBA analyst calls out dysfunctional Lakers coach Darvin Ham. But the dysfunctional Lakers, in my opinion, right, before I even read the report, I'm just going to start to kind of elaborate. As you guys know, I have a view on LeBron James that most people don't agree with, but I think that dysfunction is from the superstar, not the coach. The coach cannot override or veto anything that LeBron James wants or needs. That's very hard on a coach because you really are essentially there just for face, just to say that you need a coach for an organization. In my opinion, I think that the dysfunction is from LeBron James, his energy at times, the way he demands certain things out of players, his body language, the up and down, not knowing if you're on a trading block. How can you have any type of function in an organization when you don't know if you'll be traded, let go, cut? You don't know if you're going to be blamed. Even though you played your heart out, you're going to get railroaded. They're going to say you didn't show up. Oh, LeBron James is 39 years old. It's not his fault. You see what I'm saying? What type of balance can you have with it? Because if you know at the end of the day, if I'm with LeBron James and I know no matter what, how much right I do and how much wrong he does, I will get the blame. There will never be a healthy balance. And that's in life. That's in a relationship or friendship, anything. So let's get into this report where it says former NBA champion and current ESPN analyst Kendrick Perkins called out Los Angeles Lakers coach Darvin Ham following their 130-120 loss to the Sacramento Kings. And first off, man, Kendrick Perkins, man, he ain't gonna never go against LeBron James, man. Honestly, I hate when Kendrick Perkins is on TV. He looks like a big, fat, oiled up country bumpkin ass man on television with chains on, and I just hate the way he talk. I think that he tries to be as funny as he can. I get it. He's trying to sell himself to make a name for himself in the industry. But if you're going to point fingers, man, point fingers and be real with it, man. I want you guys to see. I'm going to read this report. It would be a miracle if Kendrick Perkins calls out LeBron James in this, because we all know that LeBron James runs ESPN, so they know not to go against him. So he goes on to say, when I look at the Lakers, I see a dysfunctional organization right now. Perkins said on First Take, we don't know if Darvin Ham's going to play D-Lo in the fourth quarter. We don't know what type of minutes he's going to get. He may go on IG and post something about deloading and all that things to that nature. What this got to do with anything? What does this have to do with any type of dysfunction? You talking about this man Instagram? Are you serious, Kendrick Perkins? Out of all the mud and sincere criteria that you could literally pull up the facts, right? This is what you gonna come up with. This dude is laughable, bro. Then he goes on to say, we could tell LeBron's body language how frustrated he is at some points in time. And you guys know I said that at the beginning of this, and I also reiterate this a lot in a lot of my videos. The dysfunction comes from this point here. Here, guys, we could tell LeBron's body language how frustrated he is at some points in time. And that's just not good for your ball club, man, because your ball club starts to weigh on that and wear on them. And they don't know, like, will this shot go in? They're hesitant. They don't have the confidence because of this type of energy, man. It's a big presence on the court being next to a great. And with that body language, man, it's not going to make the players want to play. It's going to make them feel like they're going to get in their own head, is what I'm getting at. And it's just not healthy, in my opinion. It's not healthy at all. Then he goes on to say, at this point of the season with the Lakers, the playoffs have started already for them. The energy on the bench when you're not on the floor should be there. The energy when you're on the floor should be great, like all across the board. And I'm just like, okay, you're the biggest thing with this is energy. If you take out LeBron James and insert Steph Curry, I guarantee you will get optimal premium performances out of the role players and the starters, because it's a lift of joy. You have to have a joy for the game. And LeBron James does not provide that at times because of his body language, because of how he is naturally just a person that wants things to go right. He gets frustrated and he's passive aggressive. Bro, say how you feel. Say what's on your mind. And when stuff like this happens, man, everybody gets to blame except LeBron James. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen, man. Like, literally, like the weirdest thing. And it's gotten to the point, in my opinion, where I just know where these NBA analysts, they're never going to keep it 100. They're never going to be real. They're going to point fingers, and now they're pointing fingers at the coach. Why is it so crazy that only one coach worked, right? Pat Riley and Espo worked with LeBron James. It's because they had a no-nonsense culture. You ain't finna bring your bald head ass over here and think you finna run stuff and throw hissy fits and get me out of my job. No. Everything starts with the culture, just like the Patriots, man. And if you don't place LeBron James into that type of environment, you will never have function. You will never have balance. You will never have security. Like, literally, like, these players' jobs aren't safe with LeBron James because he's all for himself. We saw how he did his main man, Russell Westbrook. Saw how he did Lonzo Ball, talking about we're going to hang his jersey up. No, that was Magic Johnson, crazy ass. But LeBron James was over there talking about yeah, man, he's the next one up. You're the chosen one. Like, you doing all this in behind closed doors, man. You trying to get the kid out of there. And you wonder why these players don't know how hard they should play. It's hard to play with a guy like that, man. And you, like I told you guys in my last video, John Stockton went all in on LeBron. He went off. John Stockton went off and said that LeBron James is a player that he could not play with because of all of the blame. We saw what Kevin Durant said, man, like, I'm cool with LeBron, but playing around him is very toxic. And I get that. It really is, because you get in your head, you probably don't believe in yourself like you should. And all these players are all-star athletes from high school to college. They always have been the man. But when you get into the league and you're no longer of that status and you're on a team with a diva, it just doesn't work in your favor. And that's just my take on that. So you guys weigh in with what y'all think as Kendrick Perkins, big fat ass, goes on First Take and talks all this stuff instead of addressing the elephant in the room. So you guys weigh in with your thoughts, comments, and concerns. Laker Nation, like you always do. I love when you guys are in the comment section telling me how you guys feel about LeBron James being in your city and telling me how much you guys miss Kobe. I do too. I really do. And I really do miss the old school mindset that this NBA is lacking. So you guys weigh in with your thoughts, comments, and concerns. Like always, thank you guys so much for the love and support. If you guys are rocking with the content, I want to ask you guys, hit that subscribe button. Also, hit that notification bell so you guys can continue to get the latest when I drop my sports media takes. Like always, let me know how you charge the game. Peace.